This is Us podcast. I've got Jamie to my left. I got that right because this is the second time around. I got Zervain to my right. I feel like it's so tight. Like I feel so close knit to you guys. It's actually awesome.
It's all about the love.
It's the love, right?
It is. I'm not used to it, but anyways, we're gonna have a great podcast today. We're discussing the branding, the rebranding of the Costa Group Mortgages to TCG Lending Centres. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna ask.
Hold on.
Zervain.
Say that again.
All right.
Say that
Slowly.
TCG Lending Centres. So I'm gonna put it in Zervain's plate. Zervain, how did you feel about it when I came to you saying, "Hey, we're gonna rebrand the name"?
Here we go again. One more time. But I actually think this time is the right move for the Costa Group. Now TCG Lending to be moving forward. It makes sense.
It does. So I guess the concept, you want to know the concept, Jamie. I know you're going to be like, you want to ask me. So go ahead. You want
No. You're doing a great job.
I'm doing a great job, right? Because I feel like you control this podcast.
No, I'm not. I'm just controlling the sound right now, live on the podcast.
So the reason why we rebranded, I felt like when we first started, your ego is the best of you. Okay, the Costa, let's make it the Costa Group, my team, one vision, one goal. But then as we evolved and people started inquiring, I was like, maybe it's about everybody else, right? Maybe it's the agents, the brokers that are coming on, it's about branding them. It's about making it about their business, their niche market, their target market for that matter, versus what is it about me, right? So I really have a passion for helping people brand, right? So if nobody knew, I come from a marketing background. That's why I was all about social media when I first called you. Yeah. I do believe in marketing. I do believe in differentiating yourself as a business owner and setting yourself apart from everybody else. This mortgage industry is saturated. Yeah. Let's be honest.
It is.
Like, how many mortgage brokers, agents are out there? What's going to make my agents different? With the help of Creative 7.
Absolutely. No, but right? I'm even going back to what you were saying before, like when you started, and I think a lot of people, when they start their business, they start with, they're not so much thinking ahead that far. And I guess that's why you decided to go with the Costa Group as opposed to a more generic name. And I think that's so natural for a lot of businesses, business owners to do that because, we're starting our business. Yes, we have those ideas that we're going to grow and all of that. But then we don't think about these little details of what you're saying in terms of, whoever you bring in.
We saw how far we were going to go.
Yeah.
Right? We talked about this. You were like, oh, social media is going to be number one. You're going to be awesome. But it's not even about that. It's about where we started to today. Like, if you look at our videos, let's put a couple of my videos. It's pretty sad. To where we are today, like, it's different, right? Like, I have people tell me about our podcast. Oh, your podcast is awesome, right? But we do have established a podcast channel, right? We do have that. We have...
I think, I'll be honest with you, I honestly think that what we've done up until now has been good, but I think what we're going to do from now on is going to be great. And the difference is really comes with the experience you've had, and you're just saying it, when you started doing your videos, and we all remember that.
Yeah. I have to say to all his clients out there, I remember you saying that to me. You're like, 6 months from now, it'll be different. You are right. 6 months, like if we do a clip from when I first started to today, you'll see the difference. There's a huge difference. But I think I do have to say, and I've said this to you, your encouragement is ridiculous, right? So your encouragement is good because when you sat next to me, I was like, I don't believe it. Like, oh God, this is horrible. I don't like this. Out of my comfort zone. I don't like anything about this. And I didn't like anything about the videos. Now I love it.
Yeah, and most people don't. And I think it's because, when you're sitting in front of the camera and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to have to do a video about something. And I'm just, you're thinking, you're running through it a million times. And when you start speaking and, I didn't say it the right way. So there's too much pressure on that. Right. And what I try to do with my clients and what I did with you is
and it never worked. He always tries to talk to me. I'm like, I'm not going to talk to you.
She's very stubborn. But the thing is, I always try. See, I even did it just before we started this one.
No, you're right.
I get behind the camera
You're
so
right.
that you're looking at me. But
I'm looking at Colin now.
Yeah.
That's right, Colin.
There you go. But I think I always truly believe that if you're having a conversation, if you're just explaining the information, it's going to come out a lot better. And this is why I think the podcast, and this is why I said the podcast is going to be great, because I know you. I know how much you know about mortgages.
Yeah.
And I know that when you're just having that conversation, the information will just come out because it's natural in you. And it's going to be natural to anybody that's wanting to do videos. If you are in any market, doesn't need to be mortgages, whatever it is, if you're going to be natural, if you know what you're going to talk about, you're going to be natural, period.
No, you're right. You're right. And I agree. So, I'm excited about the new turn of events, we can call it. Help us, or let me help you brand yourself because we have you on board.
Yeah.
And I said this. I remember when I honestly think, like you may have thought I was crazy with all these ideas coming out, and we always do this 1 week, Jamie, you got 1 week to get this all done. And he does it. Jamie does do it. So I do thank you for that. Sometimes I get crazy with my ideas,
Yeah,
but
it's part of the game.
But I truly believe 100%, mortgage agents, like it's saturated market. So let us brand you. Let us put you front and center. Let us make you different from everybody else. And we can do that,
yeah,
right?
you've got that knowledge now because it's been 2.5 years of doing this,
Big
of
time.
going through the trenches and doing the podcast, the videos, socials, and dealing with all of these issues that a lot of people might not think that it's a headache.
Oh, it's a big headache.
It's
We've felt the
time-consuming.
pain. Yeah,
Yeah.
we felt the pain. So
is
let us
huge.
power you.
Yeah.
Let us power you. Let us build your brand. And you don't have to deal with all the headaches behind it, right?
Exactly.
So
That's so good.
it's awesome. Whether it be social media, whether it be the financing, whether it be helping you manage or train your new staff coming on. We've now got a department for that. We are restructuring to power other mortgage agents and brokers to brand themselves. Right. So when I went to my husband, he's like, that means we have to change over signs and that. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
Well, he's
Yeah,
taking
no.
care of that side. So
Yeah.
he's
No.
worrying about
He has to. I'm just like, this is it. And he's like, what? More costs?
But you know what? It's part of business, right?
It's
It
part of
is.
business and evolving. It requires effort, it requires money. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
The way I see it is
the future is
investment,
bright.
right?
Yeah.
It's
The
investment.
future is huge. I'm going to be honest with you. I took the 2 weeks in December. I reflected. I was actually kind of sad. I'm going to rest. I'm going to put to rest the Costa Group Mortgages. I was telling Zarina, I'm like, yeah, that's, moving forward. It's TCG Lending Centres. But you know what? You're right. It's about evolving. It's about moving forward. It's about our agents and our brokers now.
Yeah.
So it's about empowering them and helping them grow their business. One huge key thing is I don't even think agents know target markets. Like, do you even know who you're targeting out there, right? We're going to teach you that. We're going to teach you, who your target market is and saturate it, right? Make sure that you're the first frontline person to it. But you have a lot of people that are sporadic. And you said this, do one video and then they sit dormant. And then 2 years later, do another video and they sit dormant, right? Consistency is key. We talked about this.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
your opinion on that, Jamie. Like, think about it as the social media guru. Like, honestly,
Not the guru.
don't lie, you are the guru.
I know a couple of things, but and one of the things is really that is consistency is key. Consistency
It
is
is.
definitely key because a lot of people have this misconception, and we've done this topic in our podcast, which is one of the misconceptions is, oh, I don't want to put too much stuff. I don't want to bother people with.
I'm
all
going to
the
bother
posting.
you.
But it's not about that because unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know how you want to stand on that, but the algorithms of these Facebooks and Instagrams and YouTubes
God, it changes all the time.
It changes and it's tough nowadays to actually get the word out, get your image out, get your posts to be seen by everybody. It won't.
Right.
You're only reaching people. You need to realize when you post something on, let's say, Facebook or Instagram, you're only reaching like 12% of people that you're following or that are following you.
It's true.
If you don't post every single day, all the time, it's going to be lost. And you're not going to have those many people that are going to be, oh my gosh, I can't take this person anymore. And guess what? If they are really not into the information that you're providing, then it's okay that they leave for a little bit.
100%.
That's fine.
You're right.
We all understand that,
You're right.
But that shouldn't stop you from doing, more and more stuff, because you have to put out the information.
You know what? Snooze me for 30 days. I'm okay with that. I just learned about snoozing people for 30 days.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
It's actually pretty.
30 days.
30 days.
I
I
was
didn't know
a
that.
24-hour thing.
You get a timeout. It's like a little timeout.
You know what?
I don't want to listen to you, Zervain.
Wow.
I'll time you out. Here you go. A little snooze.
You're going to Facebook
That's
jail.
a little more than this news. Okay, let's make it
Got to
clear.
go through the jail thing.
Jail time.
It's like
But
Monopoly.
no, I honestly, I'm going to tell you, Jamie, if it wasn't for you, I'm happy where we are today. I'm actually very happy. So, TCG is now TCG Lending Centres. I'm going to say that very slow. Is the real deal. We're out there. We're empowering people to build their own, or mortgage agents and mortgage brokers to build their own brand. We're going to be doing this.
Create their voice, really.
Yeah, it used to be all about us. It's not about us anymore. We're going to step back. We're going to empower our agents. And we're going to, with the saturated market of so many agents and brokers, we're going to push you forward. And we're going to do that with Creative 7. We're going to do that with a ton of people to build their brand. So I'm excited for where we're at. I'm excited where we're heading. This is exciting. So, Zervain, I'm sorry that you always have to come along this bumpy road.
But no, there's nothing to be sorry about. I think it's great, because change keeps you sharp. It makes you make changes that you wouldn't think you're capable of. And when you go through them, you just become better. And then you can pass that knowledge to other people. And you know what? We learn. Now we can be compliant with so many things that are out there.
It's true.
So many people just go post and they don't know what compliant is.
And that's one thing I do want to point out. And you've said this, you're like fiscal, this and that. Now our compliance.
Yeah.
So you're like,
he
he
didn't
can
have an
actually
idea
work
before.
for fiscal.
You know
I
what?
believe you can work
Probably.
for
I
fiscal.
could probably work at, but no.
No, but he knows, right? So you have the guidelines and you know what to post, what not to post, and that's awesome. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we've already, what is it that they say? You've set the footstone, or you've set the steps. What is it? When you go through
Something like that.
I have no idea, but okay.
But we get it. We get where you're trying to.
We're there.
We've created that trail, right? And now we're here.
Yeah.
And you know what? TCG Lending Centres for the next little bit is going to take on form, right? And I'm excited about it. I'm super excited about it. I'm so excited that my husband came on board, because when he first said it, he's like, wait a second. That means like costs, right? So, but he's good. He's good with it. Jamie, thank you for all the crazy ideas I always throw at you.
Oh, there's a lot more coming.
I know, and I feel horrible because I'm always like, I'm always in your face. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And you go, okay, Carmen, come back down. This is how we're going to do it, right? And you make it perfect. Call in for the vision that you always put. When I tell you things, you make those videos 10 times better. So
He's putting you on the spot.
yeah,
now, right?
but no, he's awesome. Like,
Behind
I feel
the cameras,
because
but he's good.
No,
He's
but he's
good.
constantly like, oh my gosh, but TCG Lending Centres will be the next big thing. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited with this journey. I have the right people on it. So this is exciting. So Jamie, thank you. Zervain, thank you for always coming on board. So This Is Us podcast coming to an end.
All right, I'm here on the left side. Zervain's there on the right.
Yeah, because I got it wrong the last time. Anyways, thank you so
we're
much for
good.
listening.
Thank you.